One. Hey, Courtney, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm really doing well.
It's
Um,
good to see your
so
smiling face.
I know, and yours. We don't get to see each other too much, and I'm going to tell everybody why we don't get to see each other too much is because Courtney's out in Phoenix, Arizona. Sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Is it still bright and sunny and warm out there?
Yeah, actually, it was cold last week. We actually had snow, believe it or not.
Wow.
And today it's 72 and all the doors and windows are open. So this is why we live in Phoenix.
Right. This is why we Californians envy you at this time of year.
Exactly. But in July, we'll be in California.
Right, exactly. So I want to take this opportunity to introduce everyone to Cortney Jones. She is our WREN Phoenix chapter leader, and so much more. Courtney has had a wealth of experience in real estate and particularly in wholesaling. She's incredible at creative financing. But you know what, Courtney, I'll let you tell the audience what it is that you do in real estate.
Okay. So I just figured it out the other day. This is my 27th year in the business, which really dates me. But it's been fun.
So
It's
you
had its ups
started when
and
you were 10, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's true. It's had its ups and downs, of course, but I've done everything you can possibly imagine in the business at different stages, and sometimes all at once. Everything from buying subject to, wholesaling, rehabs, developing, lending, owner financing, you name it, we've done it. And really, actually, that's kind of one of the things I love about the business more than anything is depending on what's going on with the market, depending on what's going on with my life, I can adjust the business to fit my lifestyle. And now I not only do I do the business, and I love focusing on buying subject twos and also wholesaling. But I also teach people how to do it across the country, which allows me opportunities to partner with people and do deals with people all over the place. So I've just kind of combined all that 27 years worth of interest and information and things that I've learned and
You
started to
know,
share it with people all over.
yeah, can I comment on something you just said? Because I think that there's a lot of our women that are really interested in this. And you said this business allows me to do what I want to do at whatever time in my life, right? Because life is first, right? Life,
Absolutely.
we get to live life first and then tailor our business around that. And I think for a lot of women who maybe have a regular job or have a lot of different types of commitments that they're not able to tailor their life that way.
Right.
And I think it's really kind of cool, Courtney, that you actually bring that up. Like, I love this business because I can make this business wrap and tailor around my life. Now, I know that you're really actively involved with your daughter, and I think that this has really allowed you that flexibility, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I was invited to speak at a women's event the other night, and I took her with me. And I had her as an example to say that, I have never missed a school play. I have never missed a teacher conference. I have never missed any kind of an event. Anytime they've needed a volunteer in classrooms, I've been there. She's a sophomore in high school now, and I'm still there bugging her constantly. And but this business has allowed me the ability to say at this point in time, I don't want to do this business model because it takes too much time. Right now she's leaving for college in 2.5 years. So I'm squeezing every last minute I can with her. And if that means that I put some things on hold and don't do some business models in order to spend that time with her, then that's what I'm doing. But I also know that in 2.5 years, I can do whatever I want again.
Right. And you know what? I think that's what's really important too. I think that there's a lot of women. I call it the riches, right? I want riches in my life, not only monetary riches, I want time richness. I want
Absolutely.
energy richness. Like I want a lot of the riches. And I think this business really allows you that kind of flexibility and it allows you that time to do what you want with your life and, spending time with your family, with your kids, having time with, I got some time to vacation with my family a little bit, and it's been wonderful. Like it's really great to be able to have that flexibility, and it's really nice to hear somebody who's on the forefront of saying, no, I tailor my business to my life.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think there's going to be a lot of women at Ignite that are going to be interested in hearing more about that, because, that's one of the frustrations is, feeling overwhelmed and not feeling like you have enough time for, your kids and everything else that goes along with it. Right?
Yeah. It's funny. When I was talking to a group of ladies the other day, the piece of advice I gave, which seemed so obvious to me, but everybody came up afterwards and was commenting about it, was that I've recognized I can't be everything to everyone. And there's certain things I'm not good at. And there's certain things I'm outsourcing now. Back in the early days, I felt like I had to do it all and I had to be good at it all and I had to be perfect at it all. But the reality is I know nothing about bookkeeping or accounting or taxes. And no matter how many times my CPA tells me, it goes in one ear and out the other, and I don't care. So I mean, I've come to the conclusions that that's a part of my business I have to hire out and not try to do anymore. And there's other parts of it as well. And that's what's so great, is that it's flexible enough to say, I don't know this, but there are people who do, or I don't have this skill, but there are people who do, and to work with them and be willing to bring those people into your business and into your fold and kind of teach it to them so they can help you get better, and you're helping them too.
Right. And you know what? I think that's such a really, okay, so now I'm going to say you aren't 37.
I'm afraid not. 51.
I think that piece of advice comes with somebody who is matured a little bit and says, hey, you know what? I know what my wheelhouse is, and I know what my wheelhouse isn't. And I'm going to hire out what my wheelhouse isn't.
Yeah.
And stick with what I'm good at. That's what works. And I think that's a really wonderful piece of advice. Little nuggets. I love it. Little nuggets, right? That's what we get when we get to go out and meet other women. And, we've had the Phoenix chapter now for just about a year. And so congratulations, that's wonderful news. And we're just, now we get to come together. We get to come to Ignite. Have you made your reservations yet?
Yes. In fact, I just made my plane reservations this morning and my new hotel reservations because of the new change.
Oh my gosh. Can you believe that?
Well, life happens, right?
Right. So for those of you that haven't heard, our venue in Studio City, the Sportsman's Lodge, had a small fire. And they called me up and said, we're not going to be able to accommodate your group. And they were very gracious in helping us find a different venue to go to. So now we're in Burbank. We're at the Burbank Marriott by the airport. So that should make it really convenient for you. We're right across the street from the airport. It's a fairly new hotel. It's got some great energy in it, and it's going to be able to accommodate us really well. So it's been like kind of a scramble. I'll be very honest over here. It's been a scramble. And then getting the word out, that we've changed venues has been the next step in that whole process. But we're really looking forward to having a bunch of people out and filling the room. It looks like we're going to have 175 or so, maybe more women. And you know what? I just realized you haven't been to Ignite before. So let me walk you through a little bit about what's going to happen. We have 2 panels that are going on in the morning before lunch. And we're going to have a chunk money panel. And you're going to be on that panel because wholesaling, which is one of your expertise, is all about making chunk money. There'll be flippers and people that deal with non-performing notes and all kinds of different ways to make chunks of money. And then we're going to have another panel that's all about buy and hold, so passive income. So single family, multifamily, storage unit, performing notes, all women who are, that is their core business. And then we're going to have lunch. And at lunch, we put a speaker at every table. Because we really want these women to have access to the women on the stage. There's nothing I hate more than I see somebody that I'm really interested in how they actually made things happen, and then I never see them again the rest of the conference.
Right.
So we're going to have a speaker at every table so that if there's a speaker that they want to talk to and say, Cortney, how did you do this? How did you juggle all the wholesaling deals that you did? What kind of methods are you using to market? Then Cortney can actually sit there and be able to tell you, and you can just bug her, and so she can't eat lunch.
Every now and then I might have to shovel some in.
Right. And then after lunch, we have another panel, and that's about team building. So it's going to be, an accountant. It's going to be an attorney, people who specialize in taking your IRAs and your retirement funds and repurposing them, and it's going to be amazing. And then we have sponsors coming out, and there's sponsors that are geared towards investors, so hard money lenders and people who deal with credit and all kinds of different people. So it's going to be a wonderful event. But the best part is we're going to have a networking cocktail party at the end of it. That's not the best part. The best part is there's also going to be prizes. There's going to be raffles and goodies, and we're trying to pull out all the stops and make it a special day for women. We know what it takes to be away from your family and come out for a Saturday and do these things, and we just want to make it really worth your while. So we've got so many amazing speakers. Cortney, we're so happy that you're going to be joining us, and we've got all kinds of special gifts and plans, that we're putting into the works for women to come out. And so yeah, it's going to be a really great time. I can't wait.
I'm excited. And I know I have some people from Phoenix here that are going out. So one of them, a couple of them are driving together. So that's super exciting because, it's not that far, but it's still quite a commitment to make that drive. So super excited about that. And I love that it's not one of those typical day-long pitch-a-thon type things where every speaker that gets up is selling something. This is just truly about women supporting women and networking and being together and teaching and helping each other. And I'm really looking forward to that.
I am too. And you know what? I think that's one of the best things about our WREN events is that it's no pitch.
Right.
That we're about you making contacts and having resources and, making connections and start building relationships with people that you can use as resources, that can be financial friends that you can deal with, JV with, whatever the case may be, so right. It's a good opportunity for that. Yay!
Yeah, it's going to be great. Just this week, I got an email from a WREN member in California who has a friend whose dad passed away here and had a house to sell. And she's, of course, 6 hours away and needed some help and support. So I was able to have a conversation with her and get that done. So that kind of networking and support is so crucial, and it's just so valuable.
You know what? It's so funny that you should mention that, because when I was in Phoenix at your WREN event, I gave one of our women here who has a house in Bakersfield that she was trying to fill. I gave her a connection of one of our members in Phoenix. And they've actually been in conversations too about possibly selling the house to her. You just never know, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
that's what it's all about.
I know. Real estate is kind of fun that way.
Yep. You just have to be open to the opportunities and open to doing things like this and going and meeting people and hearing what's out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you. I'm looking forward to seeing you and spending some time with you because, we don't get to hang that much. So that's going to be great.
Yeah.
It's going to be wonderful, and hopefully you guys could all join us. If anybody has any messages or has any questions about anything, just direct message me or put something in the comments box below, and I'll put the links in there so that you can still get your tickets. We still have tickets available, so hopefully we'll see you all there.
All right, cool. See you guys.